everyone, welcome back to the makeup chair. Today I'm going to recreate the look that I was wearing for Exposé, which aired last Wednesday, but I'll link in the description box if you guys didn't get a chance to see it on TV. And then I got a lot of messages afterwards of asking me to like recreate it and what products that I use on my eyes or my lips and stuff. So I wanted to share with you guys how I did it. So let's get started. So I'm going to start by applying moisturizer. It's the Garnier Moisture Match and it feels so soft. I actually used a shadow shield for this look. They're basically these little pads that you put underneath your eyes like this. I'm gonna look insane. I started off this look by using Painterly Paint Pot. Careful if you're using tape or shadow shields because you actually want to go in the opposite direction, because if you get cream underneath this edge you won't get that sharp line. For eyeshadow I used two different palettes. I used the Showtime and the Natural palette. These are the new ones that DEMI has created for NYC. I'm going to grab the 5th shade in on the E26 by Blankcanvascosmetics and I'm just going to apply this into the crease. This is just a matte mid-tone shade. I'm going to use shade number 10 from this palette and this is a really gorgeous brown. It's great for bringing out green eyes especially because it has that sort of almost purpley tone to it. Make sure you're going over your tape if you're applying tape, or if you're not applying anything and you're going old school, then make sure to keep it right up close or use kind of a wet wipe at the end just to keep it nice and sharp. I really wanted to use this kind of purpley brown because I will be applying a purple eyeshadow and this will just give us that little bit of color underneath. I always like to use like a matte to blend out a shimmer. So next we're using shade number 9 from the Show palette. I'm applying it with the E36 just on that outer corner. I'm holding the brush quite high up and then just really packing on the product. So I'm starting on the outer third of the eye and then just blending it inwards. I'm also going to apply shade number 4 from this palette and I'm just going to apply that on the inner corner and then blend it towards that purple. So I'm blending this from the inner corner of the eye just on the eyelid, not bringing it above. Gonna go back in with that purple brush, the brush that I used with the purple eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna blend that on the halfway point of my lid to sort of blend those two eyeshadows together. As much as I like the shadows to be really soft and blended, I really like my eyeliner to be sharp, so I'm going in with Boarderlines, which is a shorter tipped one and it has a lot of control. And I applied it quite thickly on the day. And then to do the flick, I'm actually just going to use the shadow shield as my guide and just kind of go over it. It is the laziest way to do your eye makeup. Time to remove the shadow shields. Look at how much fallout there was. This is their Real Mascara by Benefit. I really like this one. Next I'm going to go in with the Floor Mart Illuminating Primer and apply this all over my face. I used two amazing concealer shades. I used one underneath my eyes and then one on blemishes. And I'm also going to mix in my NYX Yellow Concealer with the one that I'm using on my face just to give it more of a yellow tone. I'm going to apply the yellow shade around my nose, across my nose, on these blemishes. I'm going to use the pink shade right underneath my eyes. Then I'm going to take the synthetic F40 and sort of buff this out just by using little circular motions backwards and forwards to really blend that in. Kind of putting on medium pressure as well, so I'm not like this or like that. I'm sort of like in between the two. For foundation, I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match foundation. This is the one that I've been using so much. It is so amazing. And I kind of work on the areas where I want kind of a little bit of contour. So then over the areas where I've brightened underneath my eyes, I won't be applying as much. If you guys want me to do like a really detailed foundation routine, I definitely will do that. Now foundation always looks a little bit pink on my skin, so I'm actually going to go in with the MAC CC powder in yellow. This is also great if you tend to blush, which I have to say I did quite a lot of. For me, it wasn't the filming that was causing me to be a bit stressed. It was actually all the stuff before and after, like talking to people, finding out where it was going. As soon as they turned the camera on, I felt so much more relaxed and it was like, that's my zone. That's my comfort zone. I have to do my brows because they're driving me insane. I used a few different products on my brows, so I might do an updated brow routine. I've been using this pencil, which is by Urban Decay. I think it's called Brow Beater. Eyebrow cake powder and gel builds them up and gives that kind of natural finish that I find that you don't get when you use just a pencil. I feel more like myself now. My brows are done. I don't think the lashes even showed up on camera, so I went for more dramatic ones today because this is what I would have worn if I had realized. If you guys want me to do a tutorial on lashes, definitely let me know. I have one, but if you want me to kind of update it. My lips get really dry really suddenly, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of PawPaw on them. This is just the original Dr. PawPaw. Moving back to the eyes, I'm going to apply that kind of purpley brown shade I was talking about earlier, just on a pencil brush, and just work this underneath the lashes. So just start in the outer corner and then blend it inwards. Then I'm going to use that mid-tone that we used and work this over that one. I always like to layer my products underneath. If you layer them, you get more depth to the look. When you apply that tape, you get a really sharp line, but it can look a little bit too sharp. So I just like to soften it a little bit. So I use quite a lot of highlighter, basically all three of the Manizers by TheBalm. I'm going to apply some Mary Luminizer just underneath my brows, just in the highest point, and then use my fingertips to blend it out. I'm also going to apply it on that inner corner too. This is also going to go across the top of my cheeks. The Cindy Luminizer, which is a little bit more of a pink tone. I didn't really apply blush because I knew that I would end up kind of blushing. So this is the only kind of blush kind of product I used. And I also applied a little touch of the Betty one, just underneath where that highlighter is. I also contoured my face using the Taupe Blush by NYX, just to really kind of contour, give me that shadowed kind of effect. And then I went in with the Pippa palette and used the contour in this palette to do the tops of my head. It's just going to give me a little bit more of a kind of contoured face and kind of balance it out a little bit. I used a bunch of different products on my lips that day because I couldn't quite decide what I wanted. I wasn't happy with the way that it turned out. When I saw it on camera, I was like, Change it up and use some new lip liners that I got from NYX the other day. I actually picked these up in CH Chemist, and I love CH Chemist, and they just started stocking my book as well, which is insane. So thank you so much to them. Starting off with the natural one, I'm just going to go around my lips. Then I'm going to go in with Nude Pink and fill my lips in with this one. Then finish off with Nude Beige. And I kind of applied that all over the entire lips. And then I used Protest Queen by L'Oreal, which has kind of a purple tone to it to sort of blend everything in. And there you go. That was the look that I was wearing for Expose. Just gonna leave my hair up in a ponytail because it's super messy. But I did actually wear hot rollers on the day, so if you guys want me to do a hot roller tutorial, definitely let me know. And I will see you guys on a video on Monday. If you guys want to see the piece that I did on the TV, they put it up on their website as well, so I'll link that in the description box. Leave any comment requests that you might have, and I'll see you guys on Monday for a Monday makeup lesson. Bye guys.
Putting everything on our face.
I am.
Stop giving them dirty names. Makes me uncomfortable.